Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing that whether location matters for you to settle down as a legal practitioner or not. Now, the need for this video arises again from my mentorship sessions where a lot of students have reached out to me and said that, Ashna, should we just settle in Bombay considering it's the financial capital of our country, or should we just settle in Bangalore considering it is the next big place for everything new and upcoming in the society, right? Now, all of those opinions are very half-baked. They are based on hearsay, they are based on what their friends had to say, they are based on something that they read online. So I think it was time for me to debunk all of those myths about a particular city being, the best or worst. It's all about the support system that a particular city has to offer to you. So today's video, I'm going to be discussing from a litigation perspective and from a law firm perspective that which cities are the best suited for you to settle down as a lawyer. Now, firstly, let's begin with litigation. Ideally, you should be starting with your parent high court. Parent high court is a place, it's situated at a place where you were born and brought up in. You would be aware of the regional language of that place, and also you would know the people, so it would be very easy for you to network and get a lot of clients. Now, regional language becomes important because sometimes the documents are in regional language, and sometimes even the lower courts, they conduct their proceedings in the regional language. And lastly, even sometimes some clients are very comfortable talking to you not in English, not in any other language, but in the regional language of that place. So by way of an example, say if you were practicing in the Punjab and Haryana High Court, many people would want to talk to you in Punjabi, like the clients. A lot of proceedings in the lower courts would be, happening in Punjabi. A lot of documents you would have to translate from Punjabi to English, right? And similarly, if you're in the Bombay High Court, similar would be the case for, the language Marathi. And in, say, Karnataka High Court, you would have to know Kannada as a language, to be able to practice smoothly. So this is how litigation, litigation practice gets affected in the city you were born and brought up in. Secondly, I feel that Delhi is very welcoming, say, from a litigation perspective, because if you notice, all the major courts and forums are there in Delhi, like the Supreme Court is in Delhi. From a consumer perspective, NCDRC is in Delhi. For company cases, NCLAT. And literally even the principal bench of the National Green Tribunal is in Delhi, right? So Delhi is very welcoming for those people who do not want to settle in their hometowns, in their home cities, etc., and would want to start afresh. It gives a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of commercial cases. There are a lot of high-profile cases that come to the Delhi High Court. So you might want to, start from Delhi as well. Now, moving ahead to a law firm perspective. Now, in the law firm perspective, I'm going to be discussing 3-4 major areas. Firstly, to begin with the commercial laws. Now, I feel that since Bombay or Mumbai, as it is said, that it is the commercial or the financial capital of our country. Now, if you notice, the Securities Appellate Tribunal is in Bombay. Bombay Stock Exchange's office is obviously in Bombay. The National Stock Exchange's headquarter is in Bombay. And also Bombay has Dalal Street, which is literally the hub of all investment bankers, brokers, investment advisors, etc. and everything, right? So if you notice, many of the leading law firms, corporate offices are always based in Bombay, and their dispute resolution offices are based mostly in Delhi. So I wouldn't say that other cities are not good, say if you want to establish yourself as a banking and finance lawyer, or say as a corporate lawyer, but I would say that Bombay would give you a support system, and which is why you can consider settling down in Bombay if you are looking to be a commercial or a corporate lawyer. Now, moving ahead in the list is technology laws and media laws. Now, as we all already know that Bangalore is considered as, the Silicon Valley of India. So a lot of startups, new companies, new tech companies are coming up in Bangalore literally every day. So now all of these companies would need legal support as well. So which is why many technology and media law firms are, setting up their head offices in Bangalore. A lot of leading law firms have their TMT teams in Bangalore. Many of the law firms like TMT Law Practices, etc., they have their offices in Bangalore. Now, I'm not saying that these law firms don't have offices in any other cities in India. They do have all of the TMT offices also, and other offices are also there in India, in other cities of India. However, I feel that from a technology perspective, Bangalore would be like a hub, and it would offer you the sort of support system required to initiate your career as a tech lawyer, because there are other people practicing in that area. They would give you the sort of requisite materials, the sort of support, the sort of guidance that you would need to start off as a tech lawyer. Now, similarly for media industry, As we all know, again, Bombay or Mumbai is like the hub of media industry in India. A lot of production houses, a lot of film companies, a lot of all of these entertainment companies are all situated in Bombay. So which is why leading law firms in entertainment space or media space like Nayak and Company, etc., they have their head offices in Mumbai, right? So which is why it's easier for you to start off, say, as a media lawyer either in Bangalore or in Bombay, so that it gives you the sort of environment that is required to start off as the lawyer in that particular practice area. Now again, at the cost of repetition, I'm still saying that I'm not trying to say that all other cities are not good, safe for all of these practice areas. Of course, there are law firms in other cities as well that give you services for technology laws, media laws, etc. But these cities are sort of at the center of the hub where all of these things are happening on a day-to-day basis, right? So which is why the sort of environment that you need to grow and nourish as this particular lawyer, as this particular in this particular legal space is really relevant, and I think you should consider these cities if you want to start off as a tech or media lawyer. Now moving ahead, looking at the IPR space. Now IPR again, as a practice area, you would see that it's majorly centered around Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai and Bombay. Again, we've already discussed why Bangalore and Bombay are relevant. Now, when you look at Delhi, most of the leading law firms in the IPR space, which is Anand and Anand, be it Sai Krishna, etc., Krishna Sarashtri, all of these big law firms, boutique law firms in the IPR space, they have their headquarters in Delhi. That is one thing. That should be like obviously a positive point for you to pick, Delhi as your area if you want to thrive as an IPR lawyer. However, on the other hand, even the Delhi High Court, I feel personally, it's based on my observation and my conversations with a lot of IPR professionals, that Delhi High Court is very welcoming of IPR matters. It literally has 4 to 5 benches dedicated for IPR matters solely. Like IPR is practiced on the original side, appellate side, and writ jurisdiction. So they have dedicated benches for IPR matters as well. Now I don't mean to say that those benches only look after IPR matters, but yes, there are dedicated benches who would take up these matters if at all they are instituted in the Delhi High Court. So which is why I feel that Delhi is like should be on the first in the list if you want to start off as an IPR lawyer. So I think with this we've reached to the end of this video. If you feel you have any comments on this, if you have any feedback, if you have any further doubts on this video, please feel free to put them down in the comments, or you can reach out to me on my Instagram, which is Career Solutions by Ashna Jain. And also, if you're looking to have any personal mentorship, any sessions on resume drafting, cover letter drafting, if you want me to help you in your interview preparation, of course, you can either email me on the email ID that's given in the description, or you can reach out to me on my Instagram. With this, I would meet you next week. And yeah, a very happy Diwali to all of you. And yes, hope to see you next week. Thank you.